Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Prussia, which we were fresh off from seeing our great ruler, the man who unified the Prussians, as well as making grand conquests or gains, or whatever terms that he would use, to unite the Lithuanians, and I will soon turn northeast towards the direction of the Latgalians and the Livonians. Just ahead to more towards Livonian land. That's the next great ambition that he has in mind. What's standing in their way is the Salonians of a Latgalian culture, another Baltic people, which worship the same gods as we do, but there's a holy site that we need to control. There, as well as over there. And after that's done, then we turn east. To go as far as Riza, where there's another holy site that needs to be under Baltic control, and then we'll turn south towards Kiev. We have to unite them all. And yet it feels it's so far away, but yet under Runkym the Scarred, nothing is too far from him, as far as his ambition's concerned. For he is the founder of the brilliant blood of Runkym the Scarred, always ready for battle. Runkym the Scarred became famous for his many victories and being the finest commander the band of Medina had ever seen. But before we do such conquests, as I said, this bloodline was just formed yesterday, and we should be in a celebratory mood. Yes, calls for celebrations after his many great victories of his epic duels, not just out on the battlefield, but defeating the best warriors the world has to offer. Now we know he has killed a lot of characters, and there will possibly be more to kill in the future. So let's worship the ancestors. Ancestors, share your wisdom with me. That's what I need. And after, when we're done with the worshipping of the ancestors, we shall hold a great tribal festival. There's a rebellious province in Mali, and that will be troublesome. We'll put a stop to it. If my marshals suppress the revolts and assign to a rebellious province, I can order him to fight the rebels there and increase the stability of the province to restless. The amount of times I could do it depends on the realm's marshal. So we'll remove the rebellious province in Mali, and it'll be restless instead. But a part of that is due to a small migration of foreign individuals there, as trade's been curtailed and rebels have been funded. Despite the blustery conditions, but there is an influx of miners, because the captured migrants are forced to work because of the attempted rebellion. Which again, the culture is mainly Latgalian, so we assume these migrants are of a Livonian origin. And you know what they say about those Livonians? As this here in Bandava is a old way shrine in this region has become quite famous, attracting pilgrims and travelers from afar. As because of the elder's blessing, as an elder from one of the local villages widely revered and renowned throughout the region has recently passed away. Some say the recent moons are an area thanks to his benevolent spirit. So these migrants and pilgrims and travelers from faraway lands to come here. Despite the fact that it's a bit volatile, so you ought to be careful. And plus, this province has good horse. It's known for the quality of its courtesans and houses of the ill repute. At least helps stimulate the economy. So, these pilgrims and travelers that come to this holy land, allegedly, and it brings in some of the quality of the women there, which again, they're Livonians. It's almost like a crossroads, don't you think? Latgalian, Lithuanian. Yeah, definitely at the crossroads. And of course, across the seas, the Norse. There's even Norse up there. Which, interestingly, they're that pagan, but they're Norse, but will remain Norse. Because the erotic religion is still strong there, at least here, and it got imported into Norse lands. So, next year, we'll head to Salonia, and then go across and head to the land of the Latgalians, to take the holy site, then we'll turn east. Oh boy, let's check out the plots. I've been negligent. You want to kill the chief? It'll soon go back to me. Guess he wasn't popular. Weak ruler. Okay, I understand. What the? Bleeding lance? A legendary spear that is said to bleed like the Messiah it once pierced. He came from this Prussian man, who died of pneumonia. He was the original owner of this spear. Yeah, talking about him here. So when he gets assassinated, this lance will go to me. Quality 4. Personal combat skill 15. How does this compare to the axe of Prakunas? Slightly better. I'll tell you what. If I get that bleeding lance, that'll be your weapon, Kunkite. Since you serve as commander of Prussia and you do need all the weapons and whatnot if you wish to survive and prove yourself in the battle despite your shorter than average height. In fact, I got something else for you. I'm not using this old armor anymore, so your basic set of armor. So yeah, I'll back that plot. I asked my ancestors for guidance and knowledge. Now it's time to present my offering. What will I give them in return? May this soul serve you well in the afterlife. There you go, son. May the ancestors bestow their blessings upon me. How much is it for a great pillar? 350 gold. And knowing I'm about to spend big again. As we will soon have a great travel vessel, which will cost you 50 gold. And I'm sure a little more as time goes on. What's this? 300 renown? Oh, I got a lot. Okay. Use the resources and expertise of the Sambia tribe to improve fortifications of this province. Because we have a wooden hill fort, so it'll be improved upon. There you go. So now it's a reinforced hill fort. You know what? All the way, because this is the capital and it's important. Now it's a stone hill fort. And I know despite the harsh winter we are having here, but celebrations are to be held. Organize a great celebration to improve my relations with my tribesmen, as well as the prosperity of my lands. A great festival is exactly what the people of Prussia need to strengthen the bonds with their fellow tribesmen. It will also be a great opportunity for the chieftains to bring offerings to our ancestors, bringing prosperity to our lands. Let's get started. I will send invitations to my courtiers and vassals. Also, I saw that mission. They told me to focus on rulership. Well, after what I've been going through, all the war focus and everything, I promise you, this coming May, I will switch my focus towards rulership. All I've been is just a warrior nearly all my life. Now, I think it's about time I should be more of an administrator. Hail, hero! I have heard news of a great celebration you are preparing for your fellow tribesmen. I wager you enjoy the company of a fellow warrior to exchange stories with. Signed, Napale Livonian, commander of the Salonians. Well, anybody who is a member of the Band of Medina are all inspired by legends. So, morales of army, whoever they command, up. This is why I have my son here. Man, you have fallen, but perhaps there is a way to hopefully improve. I mean, you have direct leader, whereas he's aggressive leader. But I've shown favoritism towards him. Of course you're welcome. Many more are joining. And I will help you on that plot. Because you are what you are. The period of festivities is about to start. All sorts of peddlers, bards, and fortune tellers are gathering in Zambia, bringing their tales and offerings. I should make sure to prepare myself before traveling to meet my tribesmen. Let's see. Should I be concerned? It's only going to be for a year, more than a year. I think I'll go hunting. Spend time outside refining my hunting skills, which stewardship will be down, but health will be up. Oh, Nepale approves of my decision, and I'll gain a little bit of renown. That could be needed for anything. Nope, it didn't knock down the domain size. Also, you think I should... Let me see. Because you need 1,000 prestige to vassalize the Salonians, which is what I want to do. Because they're a rather important tribe to me. Before we go up there and to deal with the rest. Because I want to get this up. Enables medium domain centralization levels for books and above. Everybody supports it. The celebrations have finally begun. Zambia is bustling with activity. People from every corner of Prussia have traveled here to pay their respects to me and my ancestors. They exchange tales and goods and have a good time. welcome all. So it's a bustling activity for a couple of months. That's all it's going to last. And for the next few months, the local tax modifier around here will be up as well. Trying to save my money so we can build a great pillar here. But that means, you know, titles and offices. So the revocation of titles, granting titles, retraction of vassals, transfer of vassals, absorption of clans, and splitting of clans are all voted on the council. So that ups the vassal limit a bit. In fact, every time when we power the council with something, that ups it. I have toiled devoutly in my endeavor to follow the path of Zemna. In her name, I have arranged harvest festivals and fertility rites, as well as spent many hours inspecting the fields of Zambia. As a result, my stewardship skills have been improving. I hope to be worthy of this blessing. There you go, a little bit of stewardship, which will be further improved upon once I turn to administration. The trading brought by the great festival has refilled our stables with a large number of fine steeds, some less tame than others. A few of my fighters were thinking about competing to tame the wildest horses in our stocks, which I think will be the perfect way to entertain my guests as well as to discipline the most turbulent stallions. Indeed, I will join myself. Don't you know who he is? Oh. The news cannot be worse. My wife suffered a miscarriage. Oh dear. Well, Marshal, don't do that. In fact, all the plots. Not this one, because I am backing that. Nobody's going to be discrediting anybody. Although I could all stop plots, but there's one I'm backing, so I don't want to do that yet. I feel so sad, but I'm about to be in a horse taming contest. Yo, get it. One more month. A large crowd has gathered during the morning to witness the start of the competition. The contenders wait in line as the first rebellious horse is dragged forward. One of the tamers steps forward and slowly approaches the beast as the rest of us look in silence. Let the best man win. The stallion falters and stops resisting, and I lead him in a slow trot near the line of tribesmen, witnessing me in silence. When I dismount, I am welcomed by some cheering, but only after about an hour of discussion, a group decides I have proven myself to be the fastest and most resolute amongst the tamers. It was a good game. I'm impressed by my victory. Now they call me King Runkym, the Scarred, and they now call me Runkym, the Horse Gelder, King of the Harvest. So for the rest of my life, prestige up. The monthly prestige will be up. The tribal vassals will respect me more, and a little bit of sex appeal to those of the opposite sex. And Rout executed the robber bands, and here we go. A strange mercenary has come from my court from faraway lands. She is a woman, for one thing. Though not too old, she bears a number of battle wounds, and her demeanor suggests she is tough as nails. She tells me, if a bit ominously, death is my art, and like all artists, I seek a patron. For a mere handful of gold, I will follow you to any danger. Ooh, female mercenary, we don't typically get those around here. I mean, there's such thing as shield maidens, but you say from faraway lands, so you must be not Prussian then. Oh dear. I mean, come on. Women like me, and I don't want to be sexist. No. But I'll take it. Dalaram. That's her name. A soldier. Let's examine her. Skilled tactician, adventurer, which automatically qualifies to be, a commander. She's scarred. She's a master schemer, brave, cynical, patient, deceitful, and erudite. Mysterious woman warrior. This woman began her career as a mercenary, traveling across the world to fight for the right price. An anonymous, dangerous character, but she is not to be trifled with. And what are you? She is a Kalat. Baltic cultures. What is that you wield? A bow. A bow crafted by a Grand Master. Quality 2. Let's see what you can do. And of course, got her own set of armor because of the culture she belongs to. Even though she looks more Iranian than... Oh, you get the idea. Gee, why aren't you with us? With the period of festivities nearing its end, it is time to finally burn our offerings to the old gods and pray that they will protect us in the years to come. A long moment of silence shrouds Samvia as the smoke rises to the nightly sky, and then the shamans lead us in the somber hymn concluding the ceremony. Glory to Perkunos. A bit of piety and more moral authority for the next 3 years. As I said before, I've been a warrior for nearly all my life, and now it's about time to try to be an administrator. So I will spend my time and effort trying to govern well, in addition to being a military commander. Which one would think that you think I should... Well, that depends on the situation. If it's any big wars, I'll take part, because I don't want to be leading my troops anymore. I want that honor to go to my son. He needs to prove himself. He needs to be a man. What is the point of being a warrior if I have no one to defend? I should not forget what my duties as king are. It is time I focus my energies on ruling my realm. It is the right thing to do. Man, everybody wants to discredit the Marshal. You sure you want to get rid of him? But the domain size is up, so yeah. I'll govern this sign myself. What does it have? Mundane, ghostly sightings. It seems even ghosts engage in boring, everyday activities like eating, conversation, and games. Or so at least. So the recent ghost sightings in this region would suggest. Who knows if such stories or fabrications are true? Eyewitness accounts. It is a peaceful province, despite ghostly sightings that are like, they're just like us. Everyday people. Yeah, let's take him out. He's not well liked. And get it done quickly. Get to position. Once you're in position, start the vassalization war. An intriguing woman by the name of Yerusha has recently joined my court. I could tell from the first moment that she was in it, and since then she's kept impressing me with her knowledge and sound reasoning. Her counsel is always welcome, no matter how harsh it might be. I know she is rarely mistaken. Very good. I know despite your age, but... Hey, Kunkite, I think I found a woman for you to marry. I know it's a bit early, but you get the idea. Because of the fact that she's a genius. But he can't guarantee it always. Yerusha and Kunkite are getting married. We could collect the roll-day duty to pay for the ceremonies. Yes, I need the gold because we need that for, whatchamacall. The latest reports on Upmali tell of increased tensions between the migrants and the dwellers of the province. May fund a policy of approachment between both groups or face the real possibility of degradation of the conditions in the province. Oh, that's permanent. I'll fund a policy of... Yeah, Bing is a legendary commander much like I, but... Time to give this mercenary a chance. And apparently she also fights left-handed. Also turned fortune builder. Which, by the way, due to the Dark Ages mod, if there's any female character that has a martial skill, there's a little event that pops up but that applies to the player. Like, say, if you're using the Dark Ages mod and you play as a female character at the very beginning, they give you the chance to say, hey, do you want to keep your martial education or you want to try something else, even though diplomacy, intrigue, stewardship, and learning educations are at random. Like 25% chance that you'll have this equivalent tier of one of these certain skills. Because of the general rule in the Dark Ages mod that says fewer women generals, which means that there are far less common female characters with martial education. So that means you won't be seeing any of that. Unless, you know, the character has certain traits to it, like Shield Maiden or an Adventurer. And the fact that if you get the status of women to full, then you'll start seeing female characters in your realm to have martial education, and they will keep it. Because here, they cannot keep it. If it's anything lower than notable. It's just how it is, to reflect the, you know, the time period that we're on. Anyways. Forced vassalization. There's one chiefdom from up there. And another from all the heck way to the outer Hebrides. Or Hebrides! I remember the pronunciation. Just remembered. And before we start this war, let's take a look at the lands that, you know, it'll be under vassal control. Because we plan on forced vassalizing them. Which is, again, that's up to them, not to me. Legends of a demon slayer and an immortal servant girl. Recently there are stories that a demon slayer who is impervious to any harm or injury is living in this region. Slavic, of course. According to these fanciful stories told about him, he gained his abilities after encountering otherworldly spirits, particularly an immortal girl who is his servant. The volatile province here. It's peaceful in the Baltic. Trades cartel, and there's also a small migration, assumingly Lithuanian, Latgalian. Assume what's been going on here. Now into Salonia itself, it's peaceful. There's bustling activity because a recent festival. Oh, so he must be holding his own festival as well, just like I. New city construction. People and the merchants of this province are working to build a city, a process that could take up to 10 years or more to complete. So, they're constructing a city, much like how my father, who once helped a fellow priestess to help finance the construction of the temple. I forgot, which temple was it? Ah, yes, this one here. Yes, I recall. Can't read the history of it because it's not that important. But it is to me because, you know, it's kind of important to our family history. I don't know about you, but we haven't had a decision before. But remember, I am retiring from fighting in the front lines for now, and I want to focus more on administration. If I continue to lead the troops out there to many a battle, then I would not have the time to do any of that administrative work to improve my stewardship. So that's why I'm letting my son to fight these battles, along with this strange, mysterious mercenary who is armed with a bow. Keep that in mind. Let's do it. But again, he has no vassal troops. No, that's tribal levy troops, because this land he controls all of it personally. And all the other tribes are willing to help. But I don't think there's any need for that. Not like that. Head to here. Link up with the rest. A brave killing. Looking at the map, my eyes fix on the province of Pogasania. That's over here. It would be interesting to use my martial skill and impress the people there. I will travel with a single escort across the province, visiting the most important places and talking to local leaders there. I will move the people by my courage and my availability. Yes, that sounds like a plan. Pick my best bodyguard and go, because I'm brave, and the success of the event depends on the character's martial witch. Is there any question? While my son goes out to battle, I'm gonna go, traveling the provinces that I control personally. Although I will soon control another when we get rid of this chief. Hope he hasn't impregnated them. Did not. Success. The people, my people, looked at me in awe as I walked among them, speaking directly and frankly. With a martial attitude, I was almost received as a god. Augustania, local leaders have a new message spread about me. I am an impressive leader. Now it's serene. Now they consider me as a god. Am I truly divine rather than a man? Let me see. Again, giving you this chance. And I think your combat skill's good enough to hold your own, because not only you're a mysterious woman warrior, the commander, brave, and you know how to use a bow. Left-handed, apparently. Okay. I'm just trying to picture myself, okay? How do you use or hold a bow left-handed? Engage him. Which one in particular? Oh no, you'll get them all. We'll catch them in time. So, I know how to use a bow right-handed, so where you put your left arm to hold the bow while you pull the string with your right hand. So, you use your right to hold the bow and pull the string on your left? It's a little strange to me. I mean, in real life I'm right-handed, which is obviously common, but I do not typically see left-handed bowmen or bowwomen. In fact, that makes it unique in itself. But, anyways. If you capture the High Chief, great reward for you. Where did he go? He's present, it's just he's become one of the sub-commanders instead of one of the direct commanders. Lately, it seems I've heard nothing bad about this. From whispers of incompetence at court to documents proving his corruption slipped under my bedroom door at night. I refused to believe at first, but in the end, I could not only deny the weight of the evidence, but forced to remove him from positions in court. Yeah, he was being discredited. I know there's better ones out there, but some of them are badly needed. You, on the other hand, you'll do. You'll be the new marshal. High Chief Vesparis sent a sycophants to torment me once more, spreading vile rumors about me. Everybody at court is whispering how ugly I am, and how the Nevus has punished me with visage to reflect the twisted soul lying beneath. I know exactly what you're trying to do. I'll just pretend to ignore a sign or focus on avoiding any collateral damage caused by the rumors spread about me. Don't do that. You're a virtuous man. What made you like this? He was our domain overseer. He's a weird scholar like me. Guess we'll have to sacrifice him, which again, up the kill count. Napala the whiner. Wait a minute. I was about to say, is that the same Napala? Hang on, how many Napalas are there? That is him. No, he's a good man. He was here at the Great Travel Festival. Yeah, earlier this year. He's a good man. That one I will not sacrifice. Because he was here earlier. He was a guest of honor. I invited him here. No. Offered. And then I accepted. He was here with me. He approved of my actions. Won the horse taming contest. We go way back. Yes, that is him. Let that man go. Or in fact, recruit him. Once again, he's a Prussian, but serving under the Salonians. Don't you know he's a hero? He's one of the heroes. We shouldn't sacrifice him. He was their tutor, Doctor of Natural Philosophy. Now that one will be sacrificed. Salonia. Take the capital. Outer Hebrides. Doesn't work at that pace. I don't have enough prestige I got used to. During a meeting with the local leaders, I was surprised to receive an offer for help in the war I'm involved in. This offer came in the form of levy of migrant troops based in Upmale. It seems the migrants are grateful for the treatment received and feel this war is their own and want to lend a hand on myself. Well, you do live right next door. So let us fight side by side. 100-man regiment arrives in Upmale. Maintenance free. Join up. And again, I'm not supposed to get involved. I should be an administrator. Rumors that great spoils are waiting behind the walls of Dursk tribe, ready to be conquered by any daring raider with enough grit and ambition. I assume I need say nothing more. Yeah, we do border with them, but once we vassalize them, then we'll raid this area. You got it. Because I need some extra cash to build that great pillar. Now our preferred strategy. Raid and then take over. That's how we get things done. Oh, by the way, son. Skilled fighter, but he needs to win a couple of more battles in order to become a respected commander. Not to mention to marry a genius, despite the age difference. There's a man I need to arrest and another I want to assassinate. My spymaster Sagonis could either help with the arrest or the assassination, but not both. Send spymaster to the plot, because I want to get rid of this man. Really, really bad. Heir to the chiefdom. Take him. That ups the war score a bit. Or at least that's one of the heirs. My sweet, Valadon is terrifying when she wants something. There's nothing she wouldn't do to make me bend to her will. Now she wants to make one of her friends chancellor, but the chancellor is a very competent man. 15. Kunkite? Really? Her friend, which is our son, is not good enough to become Chancellor. Sorry. We're gonna get him. Just raid and then capture. Hang on. Sort it out here. Not the raiders. How about these migrant troops? All together. Fight against them. Capture their chief. Should I or should I not? What do you think? It's 9. Yes, send her. Anyways, Bingus wants to have a seat on the council. I assume you probably want to be marshal in the future, but see what I can do for you in the future. Get back over there. My body may be sapless and infirm, but my mind is healthy as ever. Who are you? Oh, of course. Age 50, and the frailty of old age is now catching up to me. That's rather surprising. I expected to live up at least another 20 years, but guess not. You got a lot more to prove, son, because my time may be limited on this earth. As great as I am, but no great ruler or great war can last forever. And I'm no exception. You know, in hindsight, I think it's a good thing that I would retire from frontlines. Can you imagine me going to combat while infirm? I mean, I'm still good, but not good as I used to. I'm getting old. You have destroyed a temple over there? You maniacs! Usurped the city, and the chiefdom. They took this area to continue the expansion of our realm, thus completing the unification of Lithuania. Final unification. Up the siege equipment. Siege speed and defense, especially speed, need to go a little faster because of how we perform. Send my son over. Lead the charge. The rest will take care. Anything? another tutor. Doctor of Philosophy. Now let's just add a few more kills that I'll take credit of. 99%. In fact, I'm gonna make my son the designated regent. Not only adds more prestige, not to mention it pays to be, but his only flaw is gonna be his stewardship, but that's because he's currently stressed. And I think he needs to learn more about stewardship. He should get into business when he takes over. But he's got a lot more to prove to follow my footsteps. Go. He will soon be known as Kunkite II. Oh, would you look at that? That's a lord. Indeed. He's their lord. North Scaly. I'm sure you pay well. If you don't pay, you're gonna die. Simple as that. Now, go raid. It's this here. That's your target. A tribal holding and a Slavic temple is to be raided. And then this area will be the next area to conquer. I won't be around for long to see the conquests there, and the attempt to go all the way to Kiev. Gave her a commander trait, Trickster, not to mention improved much. The migrant community in Upmile has been active in looting trade caravans in the province. Unfortunately, this has a serious effect on taxes collected. Talk to the migrants to the word of law. You don't have to act like us. But it ain't gonna stop them, unfortunately. There's your reason. Ongoing drought, one would think. Oh, this again. The rumors were true. The whole of the Drusk tribe was filled with treasure. Since I was the leader of the assault, I'll take the best share of the loot for myself. But I will not forget to share part of this bountiful prize with my brothers and sisters of the Band of Medina, informing me of the existence of this treasure. Time to return home. Well, not yet, at least for Kunkite. Now, it's time, now that we have this amount of money, it's time to leave a legacy behind. Though I may not have long to live. Erect a sacred monument in my capital, serving as a gathering point for shamans and offerings to the gods, which will increase the moral authority of the Baltic faith. A great pillar will be erected in the square of the Sambia tribe, or in an area that's known today as Königsberg. By carving our new Great Pillar, the fires of the Baltic faith have been stoked, bringing a bit of life to the spirits of our old and unyielding gods. The first offerings are already being presented at the feet of this new sacred monument of the Sambia tribe. Shield us from harm. 50 years. Even more moral authority. Good to see. Without Tuvia. Son, do you realize what you have done? That temple you've destroyed wasn't just any other temple. That is a holy site, and you and your troops looted us. You will continue your raids, as well as any source of income. That temple must be rebuilt. You were doing well, and you destroyed it. We had a jolly great time dressed up as wild men, dancing chained together and appearing shaggy and harried from head to foot. Too bad the fun was interrupted when a careless person set us on fire. I was saved from any great harm by a courtier, my friend, Sanglops the Great Bear, which I've been wounded as a result, so... Health -1. So that's 2. But as I am brawny, that's +1. Plus 50. And brilliant strategist. What else? That is good for me. Yeah, why on earth would I want to pick a choice of being maimed and severely injured? That would be the end of me. My co-conspirator, Tovads, has assembled a party of mercenaries who will ambush Chief Sediments, disguised as highwaymen. I am assured he will not survive the encounter. Yes, the roads aren't safe, just aren't safe anymore. No temples here. But I am determined to get this land next. You'll be up to the task. Head to them. That's gonna be another 1,000 for you, which won't be around long for that. On my, no, on their death, not mine, but... What if we help him claim Livonia as a way of making it up to it? I mean, he will remain my vassal, but... Hey, more gains. Gains towards the north. Bordering with the Estonians. Yes, bordering with Estonian land. Unite the Livonian people. Winning Tributary Wars would just give us tribute and prestige. I think we should try to intimidate them. Because I want to vassalize the Latgalians. Failure. Oh, he got away from an ambush and he saw through the disguises of mercenaries and identifying him as men in employ. The plan looked good on paper. Last. Oh no, we can't go that way. Because it's not boarded. No longer restless. Well, let's take the Livonian route then. Expand to there. That means more glory for my son. But be careful, they're not to be trifled with. Yeah, you were looking at the wrong vassal. There's a little independent Lithuanian realm, led by a peasant ruler, which you could help pay tribute to, but they'll resist. But by the end of the day, we'd just be ending up raiding all of them. He's insane, so he became insane there. And I need prestige. This will take time. Spire warriors. Just looking. Building a port. That's just for tax income. What they should be building is ships. So we are very limited on these sort of things because we need galleys. Shipbuilding. Shipyard. Again, we can get more money through looting, but investing to have our own ships, so that way we can raid in other places beyond our lands. But if I fall to becoming incapable, I will spend my remaining renown to summon lodge commanders. But again, we're vassalizing. We're not personally taking over land. And of course, still determined to get rid of him. Unless just duel him, which of course I could still defeat him. You know, I'm kind of wounded right now, but I don't know if it'll be worth my time. He may be my rival, but I'm gonna do a favor for him. He's gonna like it. They all like it. Now I see where most of those event spawn troops come from. They're right over there. That's both their retinue and their event spawn troops. They're right at the border. Just engage. A little more than I bargained. Perhaps a little too much. Better hurry the heck up. Fun to be a little reckless sometimes. We got him. We got him. Offer to join war? Sure. You'll contribute very little. Well, we need all the help we can get, because we're going to help you make you the High Chief of Livonia. I don't govern that region. Actually, I do. You've got it confused with the Western. Not to mention it's another volatile province. The tribes of the Upper Country. Upper Country? Yes, of the Upper Country. That is legitimately a name of the place. They become Catholic now. My troops ransacked the town of the Tatar tribe. They uncovered a relic of great importance that Lemnos had hidden away there. Leather knapsack. And also stack of linen cloths to sell it to the Trade League later on. Leather knapsack. Here it is. Why carry something in your hands when you could just put it in your trusted knapsack? That is the third and final clutter that I can only hold. That ups the intrigue a little more and a little bit of personal combat skill. When you inherit all of this, of what I have, son, this will definitely help you. And soon you'll be the owner of the Axe of Pracunas. A hostile agent is operating in eastern Rukia. Was able to feel discontent of the local populace against my rule. The stability in the province declines. We need to catch the bastard. There's a chance that my spies discover who's behind his actions, heavily modified by the realm intrigue. A peasant accused of murder is dragged before my court. His wife and children were found butchered in a small hut they call home, and he was standing nearby, covered in their blood. Despite this damning evidence, the man continues to profess his innocence. What should be done with him? I'm not the most just ruler in the world, but I'll just say, toss him in the dungeons and leave him there. The peasant is thrown into the dungeons, so I'm not sure what's the right decision. And there are some really deceitful people out there. Head to there. Try to add more victories to your name. High Chieftain of Mazavia. Court faction of Prussia is now hostile. Well, that's because I'm trying to kill this man. Agitator discovered. Together with the intelligence services of my realm, I was able to discover that Count of Rendsburg was the mastermind of the recent drop stability inside of my domain provinces. He hails from over there, part of the kingdom of Lotharingia. Since I have an extremely high martial skill, so I will plan a military operation against these provinces. At least 18. Woohoo! The population of my domain will see me acting on an attack suffered as possible. The stability will raise. The base chance for this operation succeeds slightly stacked against me, but all rest consider factors and luck. My extremely high martial stat, realm martial, yes. I'm brave, dang right. And regarding my opponent, which, not as good, and, He's not brave, nor shrewd, not a strategist, or even dull. Kill lawbreakers. He's a member of the Trade League and a prosperity faction from over there. Two could play that game. A well-managed realm. My competent steward approached me one day with suggestion I call my vassals to explain how well my realm is working. High Chief Visvaris thinks I could present my case and win over my vassals to my arguments, thus increasing their opinion of myself. Let's summon the vassals. The success of me depends on my stewardship stat. Oh dear. That's not my teeth, but I'll give it a try. Don't have the education, but I have decent stewardship. I am diligent, and I'm patient too. Yeah, I have a good chance. And I have rulership as a focus. If I fail to convincing my vassals on good management, I'll face general disappointment and a prestige hit. I think there's a good chance. I'm confident. My efforts to make most of Zemna's holy soil has turned me to a true inspiration for my people. Their hard work, in combination with the fair weather which the goddess has blessed us with, has resulted in the richest harvest in many years. Celebration in Zemna's honor is held in every village. The prosperity of Zambia is a fine sight. It's flourishing. Just chase them down. Boy, you raided the heck out of this area. How old are you, son? Return back. A large shrine dated back to antiquity has recently been unearthed in Nadruvia, where I'm currently have the crown focus there. Made of stone, its survival is a testimony to its strength and sturdiness, as this shrine was found in a territory belonging to me. I have a say of what should be done of it. While it's not large enough to be converted to a modern temple, perhaps it might have some other use. Don't you know this is where the holy site of Ramova is located? This is Holy Land. Allow the commoners to use its stones for their own purposes, so they'll have old stones for a good portion of this year. While I will be the leader who cares for his own diplomacy up and reduce the national revolt risk, despite some tensions around here. After summoning my vassals and detailing all the aspects of managing Rome, with the help of my steward, I was able to impart a sense of confidence, and everyone felt like a valuable code on a well-oiled machinery. Excellent. Everybody approves of my good realm management. Chief Vesco discovered prisoners held in the dungeons of Tartagram and awaits my orders regarding their treatment. Oh. Release her. And the chief said word enemy courtiers found. My goodness. That's a lot of them. Is any of them the heir to one of the chiefdoms, but actually the heir is he. Imprison them all. We'll ransom them later. Take 2 more of these holdings and that'll further add up to the war score. Here you go. What you got there? Decorative loot. Another clutter. An old loot that is no longer used to play music, but it looks quite nice. However, has found a second life as a house decor. I got an idea. Don't want your money. I want that. I got a gift from my son. Got something for you to play with. There, now you're the new High Chief of Livonia. The mission I ordered to cause instability in the domain of Count Friedrich of Rendsburg was an unmitigated success. Several coordinated actions were performed all across the agitator's domain, and now he's the one suffering the consequences. As the good news of the mission spread like wildfire, the spirit of my own population was significantly improved. Excellent news. The domain promises have a good chance of improving stability. Heck of a move. Heck of a move. Let's try to stop these raiders. Actually, they're going to be out here in time. That's your next course of action. Should make them pay tribute. That's what we should do. My spy master Academy suggests to help a foreign individual that has value for my future plans. He is being held in a foreign prison, seems to be in possession of valuable information about military, economy, and culture technology that could provide aid to my efforts. Give it a try. They can get out, but what we're going to do is do a tributary war against this high chiefdom of Mazovia here. Hang on, are they... Nope. Engage the raiders. That'll teach them a lesson. Now they've become Catholic as well. Boy, they've been asking them to convert a lot, have they? Now we're right next to a Catholic realm. They're slowly turning away from Slavic paganism. Oh, I didn't know. You know, you can usurp it. Now there's a bunch of independent chiefdoms. Now just extort tribute. When you win this war, you get some prestige. And we need that such prestige. Oh, you're still gonna get more prestige. Okay, do the conquest instead. Just take the damn territory. We control most of this, so why not? One more. Be quick about it. No, no, no. Over here. After this, then to vassalize them. Successful rescue. The rescue mission was an unmitigated success. My agents performed expertly, and the foreign individuals ready to join my corps to share with us his detailed and valuable knowledge. Whether the opposing ruler knows about my involvement remains to be seen. I'm a successful schemer. Came from a pub. To go for majesty first, then tolerance and legalism. Not terribly concerned about centralization. Should invest more in shipbuilding. Knowing what we're going to spend in the future. Now have a city shipyard. But keep in mind, during my passing, the high chiefdoms of Courland and Mazovia will be split between my sons. While I will keep Prussia proper. Well, the successor, Kunkite, will keep Prussia proper. Has let me know that the plot to kill is proceeding well. The supports of the railing on the balcony of King Runkym. On the balcony, King Runkym's known to Frankfurt have been critically weakened. Classic. I mean, my attempt failed, but now it's my wife's turn. Excellent. I will not keep Chomno. But most importantly, I inherit that artifact that I was looking for. Bleeding Lance. And for now, this is going to be your personal weapon. Says you still do not have the axe yet. I don't want that retinue. Glorifax is hostile. Yeah, I know we'll never get along. But when I pass, at least... Oh, wait a minute. What happened? Murdered. I see. A duel for honor with my son. Okay, after the war, which is right now. That head to there quickly. very rebellious place to be in. By the way, since we keep expanding these areas and knowing the trade routes, it's like, yes, I have a trade post there, as well as in Danzig. And we do hold this area, Taurida, which, even though we've looted the heck out of this place, but I don't have that trade post limit to make it happen. Nor for Lithuania. And we plan on going east in the future. It's almost like going to all the important areas. Regarding my smuggle operation, I was informed that a stolen cargo worth a fortune is waiting to be transferred or brought to be sold to a third party as soon as possible. Unfortunately, my spy masters take care of other matters, so I'm the one that can lead the whole mission. There are rumors of foreign operations to catch us. Reduce it? No, I'll assume personal command. Because I'm brave. I may be getting old and infirm, but that doesn't stop me from doing what I know best. And son, you have been improving your skills lately. I even gave you a weapon. But, take it easy with me. I'm an old man. And infirm. This is for honor. A simple duo, honor or not, Kunkite has an air of unquestioned confidence about him. When I charge, he snickers. At the end of it all, I'm lying on the ground after my opponent made sure to smack his wooden sword across my head. Ah, my divers, that hurt, man. Gave me a black eye. And not a scratch on you. Good job, son. That's all I gotta say. You did well. The mission to transport a very valuable cargo brought and transferred to our associates was a success. I commanded everything with expertise, and it is with deep satisfaction I see the admiration of my men for my deed. And Emperor Volt fills my coffer. Oh my goodness, look at this gold. By Zemnath, we're rich. Well, first things first, get an artifact room, since I've been collecting a lot of artifacts lately. We need to invest in all in ships. We need more shipyards. Oh, that technology has not spread to over there yet. But I already have in some areas. Not to here. Wait a second. Check something else. No, I was thinking of something else, but never mind. Just build it. Anything to help with the income. Well worth investing. Very happy with this. Now let's hold a Uskavenis festival before I go incapable. Yeah, I understand you're Ralik. Forced vassalization of this land. Their combined strength doesn't scare us. Italia. She became possessed. Experimentality in battle. Okay. Since the door, I've been practicing a bit with Mugitin. The man did best to me. I was quick to ask my peers to see the surprised person today. Tell him that he's a good teacher. Well, of course, he's my son. And I already have the proud trait. We know how the event goes. Damn, you already captured him. Excellent, don't sacrifice him. Quick resolutions are best way to go. We always seek the best way to end this war fast. With the exception of this one down there, but these are the last two of the independent Baltics areas that are of Latgalian origin. That'll cost you another 1,000 because these are high chieftains. This is a chieftain. And vassalize them will only cost you 250. Okay. Take that as well. And then we'll have to use a conquest against them. Head to there. There's your prestige. Can you capture him? Nope. We'll have to raid it and then occupy it and drag him out of there. Might as well up all the fortifications of the relevant areas of Prussia proper. The Holy Land. Again, I don't have long to live, so I might as well make it a use out of all of them. Because I never invested in defenses. I was about to say Camouflage Outposts. Oh, these are fortifications. Yeah, you're right. I never invested in this one. Okay. Yeah, I got a few more. Let's keep that going. Camouflage Outposts. Layered Palisades. And finally, Stone Watchtowers. Now, this is a very defensible capital. No one will dare mess with Prussia. I was just building up walls of the areas close to my capital, and then now we're adding additional fortifications. Oh, here we go again. We can arrange that for you. Push your claim. Active tyranny. Okay, fine. We'll do regular conquest then. And then I'll give this land to you. martial skill improved recently. Either am I crazy? May you have a son. They're messing with him. We know who the agitator is. Let's plan another military operation to there. Cut it out. We'll end this episode soon after this conflict. Oh my. She just died of severe stress as soon as she gave birth to her granddaughter, who was born sickly. I'm sorry. When you take over, I hope you find a much better bride for yourself. Progressive assimilation. News has arrived about the migrants of Upmala. It seems they are in the process of being assimilated by their culture and religion in the province. Thus the size of the group is getting smaller. They're all gone now, so they're fully assimilated. Oh! What is the matter with that man? The conditions for my smuggle operation abroad has changed, which means there's also a change in the income that this source provides me. Boom times ahead. Money will flow freely. It was large, now it's very large. We got him. This land is now yours. Alright. Independent chiefdom, which they're attacking. Ongoing civil war. Which will soon get us closer towards Reserve. That's our next target. We don't plan on going up north to Estonian lands yet. We don't plan on it. We'll be turning east. In which I won't be around to see the day for this task complete. To see the capturing of Reserve. And then eventually turn south towards Kiev. And I know what I'm going to save my money on, which I'll be spending the next episode. Rebuild this temple. Because my son destroyed it. And if I am not alive by that time, it's going to be up to you. Your responsibility. What have you been spending on lately? But it matters not, because you do have this bleeding lance. This heck of a weapon that we found, apparently. From this old Prussian who's now since passed. And I know I'm a bit over the domain limit, which adds penalties, but don't really care at this point. So the domain size is 69, and if you wish to form a new empire, a tribal empire, you gotta have a lot of money, a lot of prestige, and a realm size of 120. And I think that's probably what's gonna take. Just create your own damn empire when we keep expanding to all these lands. And possibly include this island here and the Estonian territories, depending on the realm size, then we may consider creating our own empire. We may consider. And you gotta have 3 kingdom titles. So one thing's for certain in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. King Runkym, the Horse Gelder, is not going to be around for long. Because he's currently infirm, and it's only a matter of time before he will fall into a coma, become incapable, and then he will pass. And then it'll be Kunkite, son of Runkym, to take over. Similar to his father, but the only difference is his cruelty. He's not killed a man yet in combat. But he's still skilled, he's brawny despite his shorter demeanor. But he does have what it takes to lead. Despite the recent death of a genius mystic. He's been under a lot of stress too, so give it time. Give it time. As everybody's voting for him, and that's the way it should be. So we hope you join us in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. But until then, so long for now.